Hello, my friends. This is once again Dr. Srinth Kumar. Thanks a lot listening, watching, and paying attention to my videos and appreciating and also leaving your comments. I just want to address a question which is a broad question and well discussed question. What should the nations do against climate change? How should nations come together to address this environmental crisis and challenge? So I'm going to read out a little quantitative details for you as well qualitative, and they will certainly hone us up and open our eyes to certain kind of commitments, dedications, and documents, and as enshrined in the Brundtland Commission. Just going to mention that three principles should guide the actions regarding the environmental protection and sustainable development. They are intergenerational equity, precautionary principle, and polluter based principle. That's what the overall methodology. These should be applicable to both developed and developing countries, not only to make them liable but also pay compensation in case of environmental degradation. It's talking about the first principle. Secondly, there should be an unflinching commitment towards the climate change protocols where the nations are required to adhere to the sets rules, thereby minimizing the damages caused to the environment. This is another. Often we find the developed countries flouting rules and least ensuring in terms of emission levels. The US is definitely one of the serious violators of the rule with the least commitment towards pollution control. It has emitted more greenhouse gases in 2004 than at any time of history. So these are few informations I just want to talk about, and it's very important because that commitment, that adherence to rules and regulations, kind of that we have a protocol. It has to be developed by, has to be practiced and observed by each and every participant nations, and the goal is again individual goal that where we want to protect environment, we want to stand against climate change and global environmental crisis. And again, the same individual call has to be converted into a collective call, where collective manifestation will take place, where collective solidarity has to come on surface and crop up so that we can mobilize our resources, our channels, our strategies against a global climate change, a global crisis. It's very important. Sometimes we think the rules are mainly and majorly for others but not for us, because we are on safer side, or maybe we are developed countries and it's more for developing countries, or the pollution where it's extensive, it's high, so it is for them and less for us, more for them and less for us. But it's not exactly that way. It is equally for all of us to have that coordinated behavior which is focused to one target, one aim: how to create a better environment and sustainability in an environment and combat and fight against global crisis, environmental crisis, this climate change. And this will only happen when there are coordinated activities with commitment, with common objective. Commonality is the call for this time in order to pacify and mollify the impacts of climate change and global environmental crisis. Isn't it? That's what I just want to say. Just few qualitative details I want to figure out and just speak to you. Thanks a lot for listening, watching. This is Dr. Swain Kumar.